Got a farm permission with my Gamo Varmint 177. And there is the target, 47 yards away. Okay. Pellet testing. See if I can calm this beast down. Laugh out loud. All right, here we go. That's 3. Five. Yep, got a little wind blowing down there. Causing a little slight drift. That's okay. That's the wind I'm talking about. You see what I'm dealing with. Okay. Still. Not to 47 yards. Not bad. With the Olympian heavy 8.44 grain. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that's one. Okay, not quite dialed in yet. That's two. Three. Four. Five. Six. 7. One more. That's good enough. 8. There you have it, folks. 8 right there, with it being windy and my rickety table that's inside my Pestmobile. I was able to get that group at 30 yards. Welcome to another episode of Air Guns and Pesting Channel. Part 3 of this Gamo Varmint that I've been toying with. And during those 2 weeks, I tell you, I got a very strong right arm from all the cocking. I must have went through at least 500 pellets at the minimum, trying to find out which is the most accurate pellet to shoot out of this gun. And I was starting to run out of options, and then I did find the magic pill for this gun. Now take a look at all these pellets here. $91 to be exact. Tins and boxes of pellets that I put through this gun. And these are my test pellets. I have various same amount, probably about the same amount for 22 and a few for 25. Now this is just my test pellets. I have my other stash of pellets that I normally stock up, that I know, what those particular pellets my gun likes. But this one, wow. It was a challenge. 47-yard challenge. And then I zeroed it at 30 yards. And this is the magic pill. The Olympia Shot Dome Heavy 8.44 grain. These pellets are made in Poland. But this Gamo Varmint, that's the pellet it likes. And I'm going to show you the groups. So, anyways, all these pellets is what it's going to take. Now, these 4 right here are the ones that I purchased at the box store. I need more of the hollow points. I had some pointed, so I ended up getting more. So I purchased these 2 here. I had these already in my stash. In my, not stash, but my test pellets. But all 4 of these, there's only one out of this 4 right here that I bought from the store that's halfway decent. And I'm going to show you the group right here. As you can see, I didn't even bother, figuring out what is what here, because it threw all these shots everywhere. And the gun didn't even like these coppers. Just didn't like them. It fit tight into the breech, for one, so did not like them. The only one that made any sense, that was halfway decent, were the Crossman hollow point, 7.9. If I include this right here at 30 yards, 1.95 center to center. If I didn't include that one flyer right there, is 1.40 center to center. So what does that equate to? Well, let's face it. A newbie going to big box store, buys a gun, Crossman, Gamo. I'm not gonna look at. Gonna look at the price tag and gonna look at ammo. Is gonna buy the cheapest pellets, right? Well, that's the 4 I showed you. But at 1.40, yeah, you can hit a bird at 40 yards with it. And this is this birdie target is smaller than a sparrow, so yeah, you know, if you're happy with a 1.40 center shot, well then okay. But now that's for me. Now I want at least an inch group, you know, to better my chance of hitting my bird. Anything, you know, if you're shooting like a raccoon or a possum in the head, you know, a raccoon in the head, then this group right here will do just fine. In my opinion, this is not the best group, but buying Crossman, what is that? Crossman hollow point. And this one is, you know, is what you would typically get as a group. Now, that's with me shooting, of course. Now, I may not be the best shot in the world, but that's with me shooting off of my deck up to my 30 yards. And people might say, well, that's still a pretty good group, you know, and cover up that bird. Yeah, it is. So there you go with, you know, I guess it just depends on the gun too, and whether it likes the 7.9, depends on if this is a Monday or Friday gun. But for the most part, even though it's oversprung, in my opinion, and a little bit too powerful, I can shoot it. Now, is this gun as good as the Viral or the Diana or some of the other high-end Springers that are out there on the market? No. Heirloom quality? No. Can I pass it down to my grandkids? Yeah, sure I can. I can pass this gun down to them. Will it last as long as a higher end spring gun? No. It's all composite. Everything, not composite, but you know, plastic. So I can just about imagine a brand new person that has a pest problem, that doesn't want to use a powder burner, goes to your big box store or order it through Amazon or wherever else. They're going to try to get, you know, something that doesn't cost as much. And of course they're going to get pellets to go along with it. And they're going to run into these Crossmans. Now, I have a lot of guns that will shoot crossing pellets just fine. But for a new shooter, you have a gun like this, big advertising, it shoots 1,200 plus feet per second. It's a big eye opener for a newbie. You know, what they don't realize is it's shooting an alloy pellet at that speed and not a lead pellet. So, yes, it's been a fun project. And yes, with this gun, you have to be mindful of how you shoot it, how you shoulder it, so forth and so on. Because if you hold it too tight, too loose, it's not going to be repeatable, you know, shot after shot. And that will frustrate a newbie quicker than anything, along with pellets that, as you can see, that I went through trying to find the magic pill. It's all about sitting down, getting to know your gun, whether it's this, you know, under $100 break barrel or your $500 plus break barrels, the more high-end ones. You have to, first of all, know how to shoot. 2, the trigger on this gun, you can fine tune it by adding a longer screw right behind the trigger blade. That will definitely help with the trigger pull, as I've shown you in, I think, part 1. Upgrading the scope, get rid of the 4x32. Now, if you shoot up to 30 yards, that 4x32, you can get away with that. But for a guy like me, the eyes are getting old. I need better optics, more magnification, because the next video I do on this gun, the part 4, would be out to farm permission. So, how did it do? Well, let me show you how it did. So, let's take a look at it. 47 yards is the target I pulled. Now, don't mind these shots. These 3 up here, because those were ciders. These 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. This one here is part of this group down here. So we won't, that's not part of the group. These 3 are part of this group right here. And that's when the wind caught it and blew it over. So I measure this group at 47 yards. We have 0.98 center to center. There you go. 0.98 center to center. Okay. And this group over here, 30 yard 0. Let's see here. 0.80 center to center. I'll take it. birdie test at 47 yards. Very happy with that. Look at that. If I can hit a sparrow out to 50 yards, if I really want to push it. Look at that. Look at that. There you have it. All right, folks. That's my group. All the rest of them is from all the different pellets I've been trying. And like I said, was about to give up. Now, mind you, a lot has to do with the shooter. Y'all know I can't shoot, laugh out loud. Conditions at the time the target was shot, which plays a big factor as well, because if you don't know already, for those of you that don't know, wind is a pellet's worst enemy, especially in 177 caliber, especially out the distance. And these were straight out of 10. No sorting, no nothing. I'm a pester, so I just grab whatever's in the tin. Yeah, if I sorted them out, head size, weight, could I tighten this group up? Probably so. Probably so. But nah, it's good enough for me. So, this gun is a shooter. For me anyways. But I have to watch my P's and Q's when I shoot it because, again, it's a very powerful gun. And at 14 foot-pounds of energy at 858 or 68, 858, I think it was 858 feet per second, 14 FPE. It calmed the gun down, but still, I believe this Gamo is still oversprung. I would like to do another test with this gun, but with a shorter spring, mainspring, get it down in say 11, 12 foot-pound range. And I bet you a lot of these pellets you see right here will become very accurate in this gun because, you know, the spring is, like I said, oversprung. When I took it apart, greased it, and shimmed up the spring guide, top hat, then the gun started shooting a lot more respectful and not so springiness or buzziness to it. And I believe by taking off a couple coils, this gun will enjoy some of these other pellets. But the way it sits right now, I can shoot it the way it is. And with these pellets right here, now the gun will be fun to shoot. I just have to watch my, you know, how I pull the trigger on this particular gun. That's also another thing too about, you know, just because I shot these pellets in this barrel and the way the gun was tuned has to factor in as well when when you're doing your pellet testing with any air gun, PCP, Springer, doesn't matter. You have to realize that not all barrels are going to be the same. That's just the way it is. But in my particular Gamo Varmint, this pellet works. And it works good in this gun. So I can't wait to take it out, do some testing. And that will be the next video. Will be when you see this gun out to a farm permission. All right, folks. It's been a fun project, to say the least. Won't do another one of these big box store guns. This is my one and only box store break barrel from the store that I would buy, not buying anymore. So I now have low end to mid range to high end spring guns. All right. You folks out there, stay safe, shoot straight, may pellet or slug hit its target. See you in the next episode of Air Guns and Pesting Channel. See ya!